some of the end users, some of the outcomes that have actually come out of that. And that's where we make it real for manufacturers every single day. Now here, we have AI for quality, what we call physical AI, right? In fact, the NVIDIA founder talks about physical AI being the next big thing compared to anything else. So that's physical AI. AI for safety. We don't really address that upfront, but safety is a very important part of quality and reliability, right? So, maintenance, vision-based AI, production AI, and several other things. So I'm going to share a few use cases of this. The first use case that I'm going to share is obviously the physical AI, because there's a lot of buzz about that. And here, what we mean by physical AI is the ability to harmonize every second of activity between production machines, production lines, metrology, robots, cobots, AGVs, AMRs. In this particular use case, what we have done is we have taken almost 75 high-frequency parameters from the running CNC machines, using that into a forecast model to say when is the next activity that needs to happen that's physical in nature. For example, where is the next load unload happening? Where is maybe an inspection that is required to happen? Things of that nature, right? The end goal is to make this a lights out operation. We hear about China's dark factories. Now, India's dark factories are coming, and it is going to start accelerating as more and more people understand that this is something that is real and can be done without significant changes to what is happening. Okay? Let me play this video for you, and you'll see parts of what is happening is, one is there are CNC machines, there is robots, there is AGVs, all of them are being harmonized to perform basically a lights out operation. Okay, let's So let me just stop that there. And what just happened there is, in that cell, there were 8 people who actually got moved up the value chain. They're not doing the jobs that they used to do. They've gotten higher order jobs to do, which is also benefiting the company apart from making this a lights out factory. Okay? The second is, we talked about it has to work from day one. So we've actually done a whole bunch of applications which are like utilities on tap. You turn on the tap, you get something, you fill your glass and you shut it off, right? So like that, we built a whole series of things. See, at AS Micromatic Group, we have more than 100,000 machines in the field, working CNC machines. And we have deep data about these machines, whether it is service history, there's alarms, there's operational data, and so many things. So using all of this, we have built a very, very fine-tuned model which can address, you'll see what it addresses, but it can address a lot of things. Now on top of that, we can do something called a RAG of customer data. So what it does is, using customer data, it finds answers, and where that data isn't enough, it goes back to the model, brings back the answers, requalifies it with customer data, right? This is one. There's a whole bunch of things on vision. Again, one favorite topic for a lot of manufacturers, we look at drawings, we look at parameters, what to extract, CTQs, and so on, right? Now, how many of you think that is a fun task to do? Looking at drawings, manually doing things. I don't see too many hands, right? So we actually solve that problem. Okay? Scheduling, again, it is considered to be part of what we do, but it's one of the toughest things to do. So we built something called an auto scheduler using a genetic AI algorithm. That algorithm is like an embryo, which knows how to divide its own cells, how something becomes this organ, how something. In the same way, this scheduler learns from itself every time. Okay? Agentic AI, and many, many other things. So let me walk you through some of these things. So this is the Mitra, which takes in manuals, takes in alarm history, service history, operations history, and does this.
Meet AMG Mitra, your intelligent co-pilot on the shop floor. Imagine this, a manufacturing plant where machines don't just operate, they think, analyze, and respond. That's the promise of AMG Mitra, an agentic AI assistant embedded right into smart manufacturing environments. Let's take a closer look at how it works in action. Here, it's asked about machines that pose a high risk of failure. To answer, Mitra queries past records for machines in the current plant, runs a trend analysis module, derives insights, compares those insights with current runtime data, and then gives a clear list of machines that meet the criteria. When asked about top-performing machines, Mitra calculates AE, PE, and QE in real time and uses these to derive the OEE for every machine on the floor. It doesn't stop at numbers. Mitra summarizes the answer with key highlights, gives a clear verdict, and visualizes the final outcomes, making complex data easy to act on. As mentioned earlier, Mitra can resolve alarms too. It identifies alarms based on their number or message, pinpoints the reason from manuals, and outlines the exact steps needed for resolution. Mitra learns from those massive operator manuals and acts like a personal assistant, pulling out the daily maintenance checklist on demand. It can even handle technical queries like, what's the function of G95? With access to complete past service records, Mitra can suggest fixes by referencing past solutions, like a dictionary of resolved machine issues. And the best part? Mitra is mobile-ready. It communicates directly through your phone, delivering insights like the overall carbon footprint of your plant right into your pocket.
Let's look at how we actually extend that.
Welcome to our Plus AI Tools, your partner in empowering smart factories. Let's explore how our innovative solutions can streamline your manufacturing processes, covering maintenance and production. Let's begin with downtime analytics. By harnessing real-time data on cycle time, power-on status, and program selection, you can uncover hidden bottlenecks and eliminate costly production delays. Our system provides a comprehensive overview of your downtime, highlighting the total hours, number of events, machines affected, and the primary reasons for downtime. This allows you to quickly identify the top contributing factors to downtime, such as the top 3 machines shown here. Delving deeper, we can analyze downtime for specific machines and aggregate this data. This is achieved using automated data collection systems directly from your CNC machines. Our AI employs robust anomaly detection models to pinpoint unusual patterns. The downtime is then classified into different categories based on duration, from short disruptions to longer outages. This classification provides a clear breakdown of downtime occurrences. Furthermore, a consolidated trend summary offers insights into the status of each downtime category, indicating whether it's stable, worsening, or improving, allowing for targeted interventions. Finally, we introduce Downtime Probability. This feature leverages AI to forecast potential downtime events. It assesses the current risk level for different downtime durations, providing probabilities of occurrence within specific timeframes, and highlighting recent occurrences. This proactive approach allows you to anticipate and mitigate potential issues before they impact your production. Based on this analysis, Mitra, our intelligent manufacturing assistant, highlights likely reasons for the downtime, such as vibration, system failure, coolant, and provides actionable suggestions to improve your factory's performance. These recommendations include checking spindle bearing, regular lubrication schedules, and proper replacement of components. All this contribute to an informed decision-making, resulting in higher uptimes for your machines.
So this is, we all deal with ballooning. So let's look at how that can be simply automated. There isn't a voiceover here, but it's pretty easy to follow through. And again, this is not just image recognition, there's a lot of AI in it which hooks into an application engineering database. So you see that the confidence level is pretty high, right? And then it ends up with a list of CTQs that gets plugged into a quality system. So because of time, let me go to the next one. Again, the scheduling part of it. This is the genetic AI algorithm that I talked about.
This is an automated scheduling application designed to optimize workflows on shop floors by scheduling tasks and allocating resources. It helps improve productivity and efficiency by providing a visual and data-driven overview of job execution, machine utilization, and operator performance. The application's main function is to generate and download a schedule. This process involves a series of steps. You begin by uploading a master schedule file in a compatible format, like an Excel spreadsheet. Next, you upload a daily dynamics file, which likely contains updated information for the day's tasks. You then set a start date and time for the new schedule. The application offers different scheduling algorithms to choose from. You also select an allocation algorithm to determine how tasks are assigned to machines. After selecting the algorithms, the application processes the data and generates a new schedule. The final schedule can be downloaded as an Excel file. The application provides a variety of graphs and charts for a comprehensive analysis of the generated schedule, the job count per machine, machine utilization, downtime and idle time, machine-wise job execution, job timeline with due dates, and sorted results.
So again, we talked about vision AI, whether it's part detection and counting, presence detection, orientation, size detection, and corrections to the process. Let me show a few of these examples. So accurate counting on conveyor lines, even if there are multiple part families, it's a problem that solves a huge gap for a lot of manufacturers. Right? The ability to look up process data, the ability to look up traceability based on part being detected. Depending on the wheel size, this is actually adjusting the parameters to the machining process. Then the ability to detect surfaces, anomalies on the surfaces, things of that nature. Right? Again, quality through safety. We talked about safety being a critical vector. So this is an example where
On today's shop floors, human safety is non-negotiable, especially around CNC machines, robotic arms, and feeder belts. Traditionally, curtain walls have been used to keep operators safe, but they are rigid, costly, and limit flexibility. With our vision-based virtual boundary system, this is reimagined. Using camera-driven monitoring, it creates an invisible yet reliable boundary around critical zones. The moment an operator steps into this restricted area, the system instantly detects the intrusion, triggers alarms, and can even stop the machine to prevent accidents.
the last thing I'd like to talk about is, sorry, can we go back? Can you go back, please? Go back one slide. I mean, this is something that is going to come up maybe in the next 12 to 18 months, but we're actually working with psychologists, behavioral scientists, to even look at if an operator is fatigued and how do we actually alert both the operator and perhaps the ecosystem to ensure that fatigue doesn't cause a safety issue or a quality issue or worse, accidents. Okay? So these are some examples of how AI is being deployed and deployed at scale, like UPI for manufacturing. Thank you very much.
Before moving to the next speaker session, I request our session chairperson to felicitate our session speaker, Mr. Chandrasekhar Bharati, Managing Director, ACE Micromatic MIT. Thank you, sir, for gracing this occasion.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your insightful presentation. And particularly, I like the word UPI for manufacturing. And it is true so. May I now request the next speaker, Colonel Gaurav Singh, Chief Consultant from Mr. Pinkerton. He is a PhD and a multifaceted technocrat and a leader. Armed with an MTech and doctorate from IIT Delhi, he has 22 plus years of experience in managing technology, automation, and projects in the Indian Army, government institutions, and industry. May I request you, sir?
Thank you, sir, for the kind introduction. Vanakkam. Thank you. So, people talk AI like it was, cricket in India, right? To understand and deep dive into AI and understand the application as to how AI can actually help you in your work, in your personal life, in your professional life, in your family relations, on how you behave, etc., etc., etc. That deep dive is required in this era because we are not going to excel without it. We want to excel, we need to deep dive. Right. How many participants from the manufacturing sector, oblique production? Okay. How many from IT sector? Okay. How many from technology vertical in any company, taking care of technology? All right. All right. So before I start the presentation proper, I must thank all the distinguished guests, the dignitaries on stage, the management and leadership of NIQR to have me here, and of course the lovely audience. Right. We are in an era where we are undergoing a paradigm shift. The quality is no more, and it has been said before in the previous sessions, it's no more the last stage of QC passed. It is the action that has to be taken at a cellular level of any manufacturing or a production process, be it any industry, be it manufacturing, automotive, or any kind of other manufacturing, pharma, etc., or service industry, or even IT production. You know, in any case, you search for a job these days, and you ask for product engineer or program engineer, you always almost get returns that are pertaining to the IT industry rather than manufacturing industry. So in any case, we can't be aloof from, we are in an era which is interfaced, intermingled. It is very difficult to differentiate, you know, IT and manufacturing and technology. It is all intermingled. Right, so Strategy Digital Labs deals with AI solutions, wherein we deploy AI applications and algorithms to solve the industry and government's problems. We are majorly into digital twins since 2014. Yes, it was conceptualized by NASA in 1955, but it was declassified only in 2010. So we were the first ones to go to Changi Airport and deploy the first digital twin there. This journey of next 17 minutes. There'll be a few quizzes, there'll be a few questions, queries from me to the audience, right? And there are attractive prizes which the management has kept for the right answers, right? So all ready to take the prizes? All ready? Yeah, what's this? There is a picture on the left and there is a picture on the right. I'm sure most of us know, right? Sorry? Dubai frame, absolutely. And what's the other one? Burj Khalifa. So what is this picture? Yeah. I'm talking about the India shining in this picture, the India rising in this picture. When other countries celebrate your wins, they celebrate your Independence Day, they celebrate your festivals, that's the importance our country and our countrymen have globally. Are we ready to step up, step above, and make sure that we deliver when asked for? The world is ready to take. Are we ready to give? Are we ready to give quality products? Are we ready to challenge ourselves, take risks, and deliver where it is required in time, in quality? Anybody? Anybody from the audience? The most research on this happens right here, in Chennai. No, not a reactor. Quantum. Please raise your hand. Acha. Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot we have the HOD computer science sitting here, SRM, so of course. Right. Right, so where are we? In our city, IIT Madras is the premier-most institute and foremost researcher in the country, which has a mandate from the government. IBM Labs has already set up a research lab inside IIT Madras, right? It is something like, the speed of quantum if you compare it to the supercomputer. So supercomputer would be, what do we call that cricketer who plays for CSK? Lovingly? What do we call him lovingly? Thala. Right. So supercomputer is like Dhoni hitting a 106-meter shot over for a 6 over the boundary, right? That goes roughly at the speed of 160, 170 kilometers per hour, right? Supercomputer is Dhoni hitting that shot at the speed of light. So we are in the era when the hackers say, mine now, harvest later, right? You steal the data now, but you can't decrypt because the algos are strong as of today. But in times to come, with quantum computer in vogue, cheap enough for everyone to use, which eventually it will be, we will be able to break those security protocols that we have. Right. So we are in the era of disruptions, right? The world is changing every year now, probably even less than a year. We used to have revolutions, industry revolutions, milk revolution, that used to be, set apart by decades, right? Then we had the dot-com era in late 90s. And look at where we are from the first time that we started hearing machine learning, right? And blockchain, and then AI. And look, here we are. In everybody's mobile, you are AI-enabled. Kids, students, all from the academic faculty know all about it, right? But how do we use it correctly? How do we use the disruptions to propel our successes higher, better, and faster. That is where the Apples of this world, the IBMs of this world score above others, wherein they understand and they can predict and they can react and they're agile enough and they're resilient enough to take shocks and bounce back. That is what our organizations need to be, that is what our leaders need to be, and that is what the leaders of tomorrow, the audience, we all need to be. We need to practice from now, right? I mean, suddenly one day morning I wake up and I'm all resilient and agile. No, it doesn't happen that way, right? We need to absorb it. We need to absorb it not for growth, but also for survival, because survival is difficult in this era of uncertainty and disruption. We were talking about VUCA yesterday. Right, 3 important pillars: data, integrity, and trust. So data during motion, data at rest, the REST APIs. The data, if captured incorrectly, the AI layer sits on top of data, right? If the sensors are not good enough or the historical data is not good enough, we will all, there will be all mayhem, because AI works